Foreign money is entering India every day. What if this money is used to negatively influence our country? This is why FCRA is being amended right now. Let's look at what all this is about. FCRA, Foreign Contribution Regulation Act, is used to regulate how foreign countries give funds to India. It regulates how the fund is coming to the country and how all the receivers, that means the NGOs and organizations, receive it. FCRA was introduced by the Indira Gandhi government in 1976. Since then, lots of amendments were made on this. Congress did lots of amendments and BJP also did lots of amendments, and this is the latest amendment. All the NGOs, organizations which get money from foreign entities must have a SBI account in Delhi branch. Using only this account, they could receive funds from foreign countries. Several opposition parties, organizations and NGOs oppose this new amendment. Let's see the controversial parts of this bill. Each NGO which gets funding from other countries must have an FCRA certificate. They have to register for it. They also have to renew it regularly. If they fail to do it, then all the money in the FCRA account and all the properties built using that money would come under the control of the government temporarily. Organizations and the NGOs have 90 days of time to go to the district court and to change it or renew it. After their renewal is successful, their properties will be given back to them. If they violate any of the FCRA rules, then the government would take away their money and their properties permanently. The other controversial part is the purpose of the fund. So far, the reason that the organization gets funds for is not specifically mentioned, but hereafter they should specify the exact reason they are getting funds and they should only use it for that only. For example, if you're getting foreign funds for maintaining a school or running a school, you should use that only to the school only. You can't use it to help one of your other businesses and use it for other things. You should only use for the purpose mentioned. You should mention why, how and what for getting the funds. And the other controversial part is the religious institutions. Several opposition parties and the NGOs have opposed this bill by specifying that this would make it easier for the government to take over all the religious institutions. Is that actually true? If a temple or a church or a mosque comes under the control of the government, then can they misuse it? But actually in this bill, it is clearly mentioned that the government has to maintain its religious characteristic and use it only for the purpose intended. A temple, if it comes under the control of the government, should remain a temple even after. Same for the church, same for mosque. It's not like the government can destroy the building and build a cafe or something. It's not possible and it's not allowed using this new bill. According to this new bill, religious institutions are free to get funding for maintaining their institution, for education, for health care, for even for maintaining their scriptures and their sacred texts. But the one thing which is explicitly mentioned in the bill is that any of the religious funds cannot be used for proselytization, which means no conversion. Conversion is an individual right. No religious organization can use money or any other gains to convince a person to convert to a religion. Another controversial part is the journalist part. No news agencies, no media or journalist can receive funds using FCRA. I will explain this using an example. This is an imaginary example, by the way. Consider a solar company in America which is doing business in India. Their business is flourishing. They are getting lots of profits. Good, right? Another solar company which is based on India and it also does very well and it competes with the company in America. Now, this Indian company might give their customers their product at lower price and also matches the quality of the American product. American company is going to face losses, right? Because it's competing with an Indian product. And the American company will send funds to several news agencies in India, and these news agencies will do a negative PR for this company and their products, and their customers will hesitate from buying it and they will go back to their American choice. This is completely imaginary, by the way, but this is for a small level. You can also apply this example for politicians too. What if foreign government or entity wants to control India's policies? All they have to do is send their funds to news agencies, and these news agencies do a positive PR for a politician or a candidate who is standing in the election, and the news agencies also provide him with the funds, and after he wins, if he wins, then obviously he's going to work for the people who give him money. So it's a serious national security threat, right? It's not that media companies can't get investment from foreign countries. They can get investment, but it's separate. It is corporate investment. It is not FCRA. It does not come under FCRA because all this is for funds, for NGOs, for non-profit organizations, and much more. Not for business. It's different. In 2014, Intelligence Bureau in India gave a report that such news agencies actually exist and they protest against developmental projects in India and speak ill of the developmental projects so that they stop or halt the undergoing projects. This actually costed India's 2 to 3% GDP annually. These news agencies actually make real world impact to our economy. So far, 22,498 FCRA registrations were cancelled. At the end, it's about how you prevent foreign money from getting misused. The government says it is essential for national security, and the opposition party says that it gives government a lot of power over the NGOs. What do you think? What is your opinion? Comment down below and let's have a great discussion down there.